let's see. So I need to, this is Christian Codes. I'm coding every day until I become a web developer. Let me go ahead and shoot this out to people in the Discord, and then we'll get started today. Resources, I'm gonna just put this right here, and then I am going to all right, so now what I'm gonna do is oh yeah, I'm posting this to the Discord. And if you behave, maybe some game dev. This dude is funny. I don't know why my chat always loads so slow. It's like it's checking everything. Let me go ahead. Get my voice to Chris stream. Hey everyone, I'm streaming day 55. Oh. All right. So what we gonna do today is clean up that GitHub and study, cause I need to clean up the GitHub. Let's go ahead and do some GitHub cleanup, because some people were saying that when they went to my let's see what he's doing. His layout is crazy. I don't know how he does those transitions. I'm thinking about making layouts and stuff. So I'm gonna just go ahead and exit out of that. We got some GitHub cleanup to be doing today. Let's see what's going on with this. Who is this? Sergey. Sergey is doing Cars Camel, MERN workout test. MERN, what is he doing? MERN finance test. Okay. Hey, what's up, Daniel? How's it going, Daniel? It's Daniel. We doing some GitHub cleanup right now. I'm about to go through my GitHub and clean up the readmes, because I think the stuff is messed up. It shouldn't take too long. Let's go. JavaScript projects, QR. Let's start with the QR code. So if we go to the QR code and we go to live, yeah, it doesn't work. Let's see why it doesn't work. Let's edit this. Yeah, I had a 4 a.m. stream. I would have streamed earlier, but I fell asleep. This should be Kristen Codes. This should be Kristen Codes. And then this should be Kristen Codes. Pretty sure this should be Kristen Codes as well. So let's just go ahead and preview that. All right, that works. All right. The cleanup is successful. Commit changes. All right. Next. So we got the QR. What we got to do now? The blog preview card. Blog. I didn't have a readme for this one? What's going on with me? Hold on, what? That's weird. I don't know why I don't have a readme for that, but we're gonna move on. Social link card. Go ahead and edit that. We're just gonna copy this text right here. We're just gonna go. I did not add a solution URL to this. Hold up, man. Yeah, I had a 4 a.m. stream. It's gonna be multiple streams a day because I realized like I'm fighting an uphill battle with myself. So I feel like I can only stream like 2 to 3 hours at a time, and I want to study more than that. So 2 streams it is. 2 streams it is. Alrighty. Social link card. So we got our social link card. Oh, I just woke up. I sleep all the listen. I am an avid napper. I'm unemployed. I'm an avid napper. Yeah. What's up? What's up? Aprilia. Aprilia was with me when I was studying. Yeah, and I can't study outside of streams. You're right. Aprilia is a mod. He is a mod in the Discord server. He's a great mod. When he's like not talking about how bald and old I am. Alright, hold on. There's stuff I gotta do that I can't show y'all over here. You want to join me on this stream, Aprilia? Let's see. In the Discord, anyone can talk in an announcement. Try not to have snark impossible. Yeah, anyone can talk in announcements, but let me tell you something. You know, I'm gonna tell you something. I was in another Discord, and they were talking about mods don't have channel perms, but he can fix it. I don't know what that means, but I'm pretty sure you'll tell me. Send me screenshots and I'll change it. That already made me like, cause Wealth was telling me that I needed to change something. You're my inspiration, man. What are you working on today? I'm your inspiration. I'm just some random in Texas, but I appreciate that. The first thing we're gonna do today is I gotta clean up my GitHub, right? So I gotta clean. I think it's okay if y'all see this part. Hold on. Oh, it's right here. All right. So that solves that. So what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna clean up my GitHub because I used to be I forgot what my name was on here, but I had a different username, and then I changed it to Kristen Codes, and then that messed with all my README files because you know it changed the URL and whatever all that stuff. So we're gonna change that. So we got a live site URL. Live. I need to remember to put live. And then we put repo. And then I live in San Antonio, bro. Been working as an engineer for 5 years, but I watch your videos to refresh my memory on web development since I do more software and app development, good stuff. Oh man, you know, I was just watching a video about their plans for San Antonio and Austin and like the Metroplex and how, you know, it's gonna be a huge city one day, like the Dallas area. That's pretty cool. I live in San Antonio, bro. Been working as an engineer for. Congrats on working as an engineer for 5 years. When you say engineer, so I do more software and app development. Oh, okay. So you're a software engineer in San Antonio. That's cool, man. I'm your inspiration, and you're a software engineer. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Does it sound cool? Acrylia, you want to join me on this stream? No? Okay. I ain't about to ask twice. I ain't about to ask twice, nah. But I just did. Are you certain you want me talking? Man, I don't even much know. Now that you say stuff like that, it got me second guessing. You know, I listen. There's signs before destruction, and I listen nowadays. I was hard headed back in the day, but I listen now. No, I was supposed to delete this. See, you could tell, like, when I was first starting, I was so lazy with these readmes. I was like, man, just get me out of here. Get me out of here. Let me see. OBS should have a thing that'll tell me like how many people are watching this thing. 5 people watching. What's up, my 5 homies? I appreciate y'all being here. I've learned CSS.js. How do I know? Hold on. That's a good question. Your grit and discipline is what inspires me. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. Let's see. What's your channel look like? Amateur artist producer that still has a lot to learn. Man, this reminds me of the old school YouTube days. For some reason, like the camera, the way it looks, I miss the old school YouTube days. I do music. Oh, you do music. I thought you were an engineer. Oh, you're a sound engineer. Oh, that's cool. If you're familiar with basic programming concepts in JS, you're set for React. If you're, I mean, that is true, Acrylia. That is very true. However, I've learned HTML, CSS, JS. How do I know enough to move on to a front-end framework like React? Honestly, like Acrylia is right. Once you're familiar with basic programming concepts in JS, you're set for React. That is extremely true. It just depends, you know. Like I look at it like as in Pokemon. Like for example, like if we go to Pokemon, let's look up a Pokemon real quick. I know they got a Pokedex. let's go to the Gen 1 Pokedex. Red and green. Where the Pokedex at? Pokemon. Alright. Now I'll look at it this way. So we got Caterpie, right? And Caterpie evolves at level 7. And then it's a Metapod, and then at level 10. Oh, there's a what? What the hell is this? Gigantamax Butterfree? My god. Anyway. And at level 10 it evolves into Butterfree. That's how I view people who go into React early. It's quick, it's good. You know, Butterfree is a great Pokemon. I love it. But then, if you scroll down, there's the people that take their time. Scroll all the way down. And we got Dratini. Dratini requires a bit more patience. So you evolve it at level 30, and then it evolves again at level 55, and you get a dragon, you know? No, I'm a software engineer, but I also make music. Hello, my bad. This is my music YouTube channel I'm using. My engineering channel is called Chubby Designs. Chubby Designs .scss.
So today we're just making a basic form using HTML and CSS, and we're gonna make minor tweaks to it to make it look better. So as you can see here, I'm just on chat.
You've used the forbidden language. I use a website builder over hand coding a website.
Alright guys, so I actually want to talk about something from my last video when I was glazing up my website and talking about website builders and their performance. Take a look.
Get that to 100, but 2.7 seconds is not bad at all. Like, this is good. Perfect scores all around. A lot of code, like, it's hard to read. This is common amongst website builders. It does this for you in the background.
So I just want to clarify that
Hey, what's up, RP?
are not bad. In fact, I recommend them if you want to scale your clientele, scale your business. As for me, my business is a nobody. I barely have any followers. I think I have like 80 of them combined, all socials. But this gives me time to really focus on each client because I only get like 2 or 3 every 3 months. And like, I just kind of like diving into the code. I like the control it gives me. But imagine when your business starts to scale and you get like 15 to 20 clients a month. There's no way you can hand code websites for that many clients. It's gonna take way too long. So for this case, you would definitely need to use something like WordPress, Wix, Framer, or some kind of website builder to speed the process up. And they honestly don't have bad templates. I mean, just look at this one. Just drag and drop and change what you need, and boom, you're done. I can't imagine hand coding this. It's gonna take way too long. Funny enough though, when I first started my business, I was actually using a website builder. I was using Wix for both my personal website and for my clients. And to be honest with you, it wasn't really a bad experience. I mean, as you can see here, this was my website before. I was able to implement the animations, the transitions were easy to go ahead and put in there. You know, like, it was overall just a good experience. And I had no issues with it. The only thing that really made me switch to hand coding my websites is just mainly the control. I just like having 100% control over the design, over the website, so I can put specific things in certain spots. And like, I guess I could say the performance, because it was adding a little bit of bloat, but like, it wasn't really that bad, so.
Nice. So you said you hope you make it big like me. I'm not. What? Man, if you don't start posting on this channel, what's your mic? It sounds really good. Hold on, me? My mic? All right, let's get back to what we were doing. No. All you got to do is post every day. Why don't you just post every day? I'm pretty sure you have a lot to talk about. Hold on, what was I doing? I got sidetracked. This is gonna be one of them streams, man. Okay, I'm only gonna talk if I get asked a question. That's what I'm gonna try to do it like that, or if I see something in the chat. All right, let's see. So we got the QR updated. We got the Loop Studios landing page. Did I ever finish this? Nope. You into functional web dev or creative? What does that mean? What's the difference? Functional, you mean like web design? Premium. So what I'm supposed to be working on this week, where is it? All right, let's see. So what I'm supposed to be doing, is this one right here. Man, this was going to be a little bit more complex. Because we have these as a healthy recipe finder. So when we go to browse recipes, let's see. Let's see. I don't care. Yeah, the API fetching part is not the complicated part. What am I doing? I'm gonna just have to look at the design file and then I'll be able to tell what's gonna actually happen in this project. If it'll open. What tech stack? My tech stack is HTML, CSS, and see, that's why I'm glad I have you here, Acrylia, because them type of questions, my God. And what's crazy is that if you go, I literally wrote all this in the description so that people will stop asking me that stuff. But I think we had another person that was right. I'm gonna have to use a Nightbot. All right. So this is the stuff. Let me move it over here. So this is what we have to build. We have our design system. We have our design. All right. So there's a nav bar. Healthy meal, zero fuss. Discover 8 quick whole food recipes that you can make. So the person, so that's the about. Then we got our recipes page. And on the recipes page, we got these max prep time, max cook time. Okay, that's cool. We got hover and focus things. Then I have to remember how to do this because I don't remember how to do this. It's like a little drop down thing. So I'm gonna have to learn that. Okay. Okay, and so then, okay, I love avocado toast. Um, is that an AI image? That looks a little bit too perfect. I don't think it's an AI image though. I think it's real. It just looks really, really good. Yeah. It sucks that we're in this age where we gotta like, is this an AI image? I hate that. I miss San Antonio. San Antonio was nice, even though I was only there for boot camp. AI gone too far that we have to question between stock and AI. Yes. I'm like looking at this thing and I'm like, I know I can tell if it's AI, but after you get used to it. I know y'all get used to it too. Y'all look at it and you're like, is this AI? Nah, it's not. This is not AI. But this one is deceptive right here. They cut this tomato too perfectly. This person took their time. This was a photo shoot. I don't think FEM. What is FEM? Oh, front end mentor. Yeah, they don't. They do not. Okay, so 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 it seems like we only have six, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We only have eight. We only have 8 recipes. So what I want to do, I need to think about how to tackle this. A lot of AI images have like yellow tint over them, which makes it obvious. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Okay, so there's no dark mode. Okay, whatever. Whatever. We're just gonna take a win, even though I hate like working. I just immediately got disturbed. Immediately. Oh, we're gonna add little. Okay, whatever. Okay, but it's not gonna be here. All right. I love making cards in HTML and CSS. Display Flex is my go-to. Um, hell yeah. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. So the first thing we need to do, we're gonna take this one day at a time. Maybe we can do the home page today, and then the about, and then the recipes, and then the recipe details. But I need to break this down. Flexbox, my beloved. You mean Tailwind, my beloved? Don't try to flex. Don't try to pretend in stream like you actually in the Flexbox trenches. You'll be googling like the rest of us. Flexbox, my beloved. Boy, you don't get out of here. Why you always lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god. Why you always nice? Tailwind can use Tailwind, yeah, but you're not. Yeah, but you know what I meant. You know exactly what I meant. Honestly, out of my 5-year career being an engineer, I probably only use Grid once. I need to use Grid more. I used Grid the other day. What's funny is that you're supposed to use. Why did I change something from Grid to Flexbox the other day? Something happened. Something happened. I can't remember what. It was something that was anyway. So let's just. Did somebody ask about Figma design files and I didn't see it? I'm gonna just go ahead and make you an admin. I've never done that. Managing moderators can manage block words and change chat modes in live, and also has capability. Yeah, whatever. Bam, moderator. Acrylia does make fun of me, but I do feel like he is extremely responsible and disciplined. So you take the good with the bad. Grid gives you more control, but I hate using it. I don't know why. I'd rather use Flexbox. I need to do some more grid practice and more Flexbox practice. Actually, I spent a whole month doing CSS. I don't know. I don't have any problems with them now, but I hate my over reliance on Flexbox. I feel like I'm doing myself a disservice. Kristen and I have different philosophies on tools. We 100% do. We do. We 100% do. And you know what? I accept you for who you are. Okay? If you want to skip, hop, jump, do a backflip, and do a cartwheel, yeah, you have a cute wrench next to your name. If you want to do a hop, skip, jump, backflip, cartwheel, and a somersault over some of these JavaScript, HTML, and CSS just to get to, you know, React, Tailwind, and whatever else. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Do your thing. Matthew, I never got into front end development. I'm more of a fan of AI and back end development. I'm more a fan, hold on, what? Of AI and back end development. I love your Discord profile. Thank you. Hold up. Acrylia, I love your. How did you find Acrylia's? His Discord profile. I was like, for a second, I was like, how did he find your GitHub profile? He was snooping. I was like, because that thing is hidden. Oh man, let's look at Acrylia's. y'all are in the Discord, right? Let me see. If we go to chat and we go to Acrylia. Lord, I remember the first time I saw Acrylia in another Discord, and I was like, why is he typing so much? He said he him sus. What does my Discord look like? Where, hold on, how do I get to it? Man, I hate when I do stuff like this on stream because I feel I'm very self. Where's my? Oh, I don't have I don't have Nitro anymore, so it took away my gym background. Anywho, we're just gonna skip, hop, and jump over that. Okay, so what we're gonna do right now is I'm gonna make a new repo, and we're making a new repo. And we're gonna call it the Recipe Finder website. So we're doing the Recipe Finder website. It's not sus if I'm Recipe Finder website. You know, Acrylia thinks he's so cool when he uses all the CLI stuff and all that extra stuff. Well, I can do it too. Watch this. So I can CD into repos. I can git clone. Yeah, see, I can do stuff too. And bam. Yeah, see? All right. So let's. Oh, the rain changed. Oh, the rain changed for a second. I don't know if y'all can hear that. I can ride a bike with no handlebars. I remember that song. I remember that song. There is no flirting with our mods. You will be banished to the Shadow Realm. Actually, I don't ban around here, but I do timeout. Yeah, I've been known to time out randomly. The rain sounds is a must. The rain sounds is a must. We need better rain sounds though. Let me find something better because actually he's going through a tunnel right now. All right, that's better. No, if you got a timeout, man, Daniel. Daniel, I saw you. I saw the thing. I saw that you posted it, but it still scared me because I was like, you said, make sure you install sponsor block extension to remove the part that is copyrighted. That part right there made me like decide not to go ahead and do it. The comments say it's around 3 hours and 15 minutes. Nah, homie. I don't want to make that mistake. I don't want to get taken down midstream because I'm gonna be lazy. Like I'm going to forget. I'm gonna forget this, and I don't want to download an extension. Yeah, I think so too. All right. So why don't we go ahead and open open folder, and this one is called the Recipe Finder website. And here we are in our Recipe Finder website. And we're just gonna move some front end. We're gonna move some of the front end stuff. Recipe Finder website. They want to give a starter code, the about index recipe. I don't want your starter code. I want to do it myself. We got our assets, fonts, images, Z editor. If you want me to try something, hold on. You know what? This is what we're gonna do. We have in our Discord a few different channels, right? Move this over here. If you want me to try something, because I'm not about to type it in, I will create a channel called let's call it Try This. And I'm gonna put that face next to it because that's how I feel when people tell me to try something. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Post a link here. COBOL is old, but a lot of legacy systems still use it, especially in finance. But don't quote me on that. It's too late, you're quoted. All right. So we are setting up our pages because we are about to start this project. And I just want to let y'all know. Oh yeah, I found this interview questions thing from another server. If y'all trying to get jobs and stuff in development, you know, here's some interview questions. Bam. I posted it in the resources. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we are going to go to our GitHub, and we're going to remind people of the learning roadmap. But it's less a book about learning those languages, but rather a high-level overview on imperative, compiled, and OOP topics. Yeah, I learned a bit about COBOL in uni, but from my understanding, it's too expensive to replace, which makes me confused why people are learning it. It's too expensive to replace. That's why people are learning it. Okay, so I just want to let y'all know our roadmap. Okay, so in our roadmap, I completed this completed these two things, but I did not complete the Udemy section on this. And so now we're here, and I have to implement map and filter, and then I have to do section 11, which is working with arrays. All right. So and what y'all gonna start seeing me do is multiple streams a day. So some streams are going to be working on a project. Some streams might be a little bit more study oriented, but it might be 2 a day. All right. So, whoops. No, you're fine. I just add emphasis to words. Wasn't trying to correct your wording. He lying. He was trying to correct it. I'm just playing. So let's continue adding files to this folder. We have our preview file, we have our get ignore file, we have our readme file, we have our readme template file. Okay. Now I just want to preface this by saying that GitHub does, I got a text massage. I want to preface this by saying, for my interview, my company just asked me one question about asynchronous data management and then hired me after I answered it. I spent hours studying so many questions. Oh my God. It's always what you least expect. All right, I want to get into embedded software eventually, embedded systems. And okay, my bad, I got an email that was alarming. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is create the trifecta. So we got our index.html. I wonder, is it okay to put an underscore? Index.html, style.css, and script.js. There we go. You get a plaque for 100K, I think. You get a plaque for 100K, 1 million, I don't know. We have somebody in the Discord. Somebody said, Thirsty says, try Z editor. All right. This is Microsoft, I think, or MSNBC or something. Well, that's great. I will not be using Z today. I like VS Code. Kristen, about to get the gold YouTube plaque by the end of the year. Watch. What is the gold YouTube plaque? Gold is which one? Okay, so let's see. We are gonna refresh, and then okay, so what are we doing? We are setting up our files. Oop. So from now on, I will be adding underscores in front of these. So we will set up our files. We will say link. Oops. Yep, it's a style sheet. style.css. Let's just go ahead and do our favicon, get that out the way. Which is in assets, images, favicon. Let's see, we need our script source with a JS, and we need to call this recipe finder website. You know what's better than getting 1 million subscribers? Getting a job. If I get a job, then I can add even more value to the channel because then I'll have real experience. So we're just gonna go ahead and add I'm gonna get in the habit of adding a placeholder, a class called placeholder, to my body stuff, just so I can remind myself that you can add stuff, classes to this. How long have you been practicing coding? Go to my GitHub and scroll down and go to the squares, and you will see how long I have been practicing coding. Body. Actually, I feel like I'm mean when I say stuff like that, but I'm gonna just show you whatever. Even though, so there you go. Bam. You see? This was my first contribution, August 30th. So this is when I made the decision. Wait, so when you get a job, or are you just gonna dip, or are you going to start a new title, working every day until I become a CEO? I think I am not gonna dip. I wanna make this a thing where I post every day, because I think posting every day is like changing my life. Yeah, something like that. So posting every day has been life-changing for me, and it has kept me consistent. It's also been positive with my mental health. Not the day in the life of, I will not. Okay, I'm glad you brought that up. And make sure, okay, Acrylia, keep me humble. Because no, just hell no. All right. So first, when I first do these projects, I like to let's just set up our root. I'm not gonna do I'm gonna do the CSS reset in a minute. So why don't I just, I'm gonna put font and then we have actually, let me do it like this. Font CSS reset. Hold on, what am I doing? Root and text presets. Then I'm gonna go down here and I'm just gonna say media. Oop. Actually, let's just media. What am I doing? I already got this on the clipboard. Media queries. I almost became that content creator that shows his desk setup every week. Your desk setup is nice though. I like your desk setup though. Can't lie about that. Then I'm gonna put utilities. I always have a utility called hide me. display none. All right. Font import. Meat and potatoes. Did I spell potatoes right? Let's see. Potatoes. Potatoes. How do you spell potatoes? Potatoes. Oh. That American education for you. There's a few words that I struggle spelling. Like I struggle spelling necessary. I hate spelling that word. Of all the words that weird words I could spell, necessary, and like the small ones, like I don't know. Anyway, is that correct? It's when you it's the words that have the C and the S next to each other, and the S and the C that is unnecessary. Okay, because you know what? Actually, we're just no. Somebody's gonna look at this stream and think I'm illiterate, but but I'm gonna put it. Hold on, and then we're gonna put a foot. That does not look like a foot. That's supposed to be a black person's foot, but that does not look like a foot. What is that? It's a foot though. I'm not illiterate. I'm American. Okay. True. All right, so now what we're gonna do is, the cool thing about front-end mentor is that we have these design systems right here. See that? Yeah, I already did. Yeah, it's just on, on Windows, it's just what is it, the Windows key and period, and then you can just add stuff. See? No, it's default. It's default in all it should be default in all of these. See, yeah, you can use it here. It's everywhere. It's just default Windows. All right. Gotta log off. It was nice chilling with you and Chad. Have a good stream. Yay. Oh. Oh my God, that's crazy. All right. Okay, so now what we're doing is we're adding things to our root. So I'm gonna show y'all how I do that. So front-end mentor has all this set up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go in here and I'm gonna put neutral. Wow. Cyan. Orange. Teal. And then we have one indigo. The beautiful thing about front-end mentor is that it's set up in a way that allows you to easily use npm packages. That is very true. I just used my first npm. I need to learn more about npm and all that stuff, by the way. Like, anyway. Send me a tutorial. Teach me the ways of these new people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. 6. 6, 6, 6. 6. I didn't mean to say it that many times. Now I'm self-conscious. Oh Lord. 200. I'm pretty sure I have the least experience in the server. Yeah, but you always using it and stuff, so I mean, don't back down now. Don't back down. I just want to see you do more projects, Acrylia. Cause you be talking cash money. Money shit. Cause you got all this knowledge, but if somebody asked you to, if somebody came to you right now and said, "Hey, show me some of your work," what would you be able to show them? Either way, NPM, yeah, Acrylia lock in. Y'all tell Acrylia to lock in, man. Acrylia got all this knowledge. Where to work it. Yeah, I'm calling you out. I would show them the project I'm actively working on in my repo that I'm led. Man, you know. Let's see, we got alright. So we got that. Now my least favorite part. Oh man. Let's go to let's see. I don't even understand why they add this part of the design file. Like, I don't even understand. I know it's spacing, but what the hell is this for? Like, when am I ever going to add these variables? And when do they ever put them in the file itself? Anyway. Text preset 1. So we got a font weight. Let's let's do. I'm gonna start doing rims and stuff because sometimes I'm making it in conjunction with my self roadmap, which is basically a list of projects, topics, and deals I'm gonna have to become Kristen 2.0. I really want to make a typing website since I got a nice domain, but I actually need the skills first. The skills to make a typing, like, what you mean typing website? You mean like typing speed? One of those typing speed websites? After doing the character counter, the typing speed, it's not gonna be hard. Yeah, let's encourage Acrylia. I'm gonna have to go. Let's encourage Acrylia to work on his project every day, right? And make reasonable, sizable changes. And have momentum. And code that thing. Yay, Acrylia. It might sound like I'm being a hater, but I'm not. It might sound like it, but you know, I'm gonna be hard on my friends. No. Nah, don't even try it. I just don't understand. Letter spacing, -2 pixels. We're just gonna go with it for now. And then font weight. What's cool is that they have, this is why I love I'm starting to fall in love with VS Code, because right here on one side of the screen you see it'll say extra bold. Now I don't know what extra bold is. I would have to like Google that stuff, but it's right here. Hold on. Extra bold. Yay. Yay. Nobody else is excited about that? Just me? Okay. Ugh. Are you following a public roadmap or doing your own thing? See, and I believe that is a great use of AI. He copied that from me, but you know, I allow it. I allow him to do things of that nature. You're welcome. He saw me do it and he was like, that's a great idea. You know, I'm glad that I could inspire you to be a greater person than you were the day before, Acrylia. I'm gonna be in the Discord. Oh, it was a suggestion from your grandfather. Oh, you know, great minds think alike. You know, your grandfather is a great man. Your grandfather is a great man. It's cold. Cold, man. What's the temperature? It's only 62 degrees outside. So we got the regular, the tablet, and the mobile, and now we need the regular, the mobile, regular mobile, text preset 1. I asked him to get me in contact with some FSDs and help me make a detailed one, but no, He was like, just use ChatGPT, Manus, etc. What is an FSD? Oh my god. Oh. Man, but mentorship is good though. Like, you know, we live in a world. I get what he's saying, but you know, we do live in a world where connections matter. So maybe, hopefully, he changes his mind, or maybe he just wants you to go out there and find it yourself. Mentorship is good if he actually okay. So maybe that was his way. We're gonna think in a positive and just say maybe that was his way of saying, you know, grandson, you got to pave your own way, go find your own mentors. That's another reason I started posting in public, because I realized, man, like, I need mentorship. I need somebody to guide me. I need to know what's going on. There's all this information online. I don't know what to do sometimes. I know I'm about to go get this salad out of the refrigerator and chow down. Man, I need to make connections, to be honest. This community has been helping me meet people. I'm glad it's been helping you meet people. It's been helping me meet people too. If y'all watching, make sure y'all join the Discord, because they do have people up in there that are very knowledgeable. Y'all can post code snippets. There's resources that we post. You can post your projects here. You can put advice. We have a whole advice section. We also have a food section if you like food. We got an art section that I'm gonna start because I do pixel art on stream. We have a try this. We have a lot of interesting, great, amazing things going on, and it's bigger, better, and it's fun, and hold on, let me see something. Let's go over here. So I definitely recommend going to the Discord. And when you go to the Discord, you're gonna have a lot of fun. He sent me some LinkedIn pages for some mentorship groups, but I'll likely end up paying for one once I have income. I believe in paying for mentorship. I heard this joke: bad news 2025 was rough for developers. Good news, it was better than 2026. I heard this joke: bad news 2025 was rough for developers. Good news, it was better than 2026. So Acrylia, are you in university? Let's see. Font size 40 pixels. Line height. Where am I? Mobile. Percent. I need to learn touch typing. Letter spacing -2. Close. I am so hungry right now. Are all of these going to be extra bold? No. No, it's okay. My sense of humor is like weird. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. If I moved on, it's because I probably understood what it meant, but didn't laugh. All right, let me go get this salad. So what is that? 6 classes a semester? about to watch me tear this up. Actually, no. Oop. Actually, no. It'll be a mukbang. Yep. You don't have any food in the fridge? I'm glad that man changed his life. What really scared me about Nikocado avocado was that one time that girl was getting in the other room and they were doing a mukbang. You know what I'm talking about? There was a girl and she was getting in the other room and he was doing a mukbang. It was in the other apartment. That scared me. I hear that sound, but is there a specific instance when that sound gets played? Like, is it something surprising? It played when I read it too. So is anyone joining the stream? We are eating. We are having a delicious meal. We are having a shrimp salad because we are posh. And because Kristen is a professional mukbang webber. Exactly. Thank you, Daniel. Man. Does he still post? I think it's healthy stuff now, right? I think he did exercise, eating healthy, and a combination of like, did he get gastric bypass? I'm gonna choke. Did he get gastric bypass? What's crazy is that when you make a big lifestyle change like that, you can't chill with the same people you were chilling with. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. That's cool. I didn't know that, Daniel. Damn. Now that was just mean. You're a big meanie. You are a big mean. Exactly. Mm. So mean. So cruel. How could you, Acrylia? How could you be so mean? So cruel? All he wanted to do was eat delicious meals? And record it. And here you are being a big meanie. Shame. Shame on you. Shame. Mm. Mm. When I tell you this salad is good, when I tell you this salad is good. Mm. Lord. I feel like what's gonna happen, I'm gonna get a soundboard. Let me tell you something, B'nai Dusa. Let me tell you something about that. B'nai, I will Sparta kick that ass. Okay? Will I use my foot to kick you? Yes, of course. You told him to. Yeah. I will use it just because you came in. Like, my life has changed since you told me to use Tailwind. Like, I'm forever a changed person. I must use Tailwind now. My days of using vanilla CSS are long behind me. Oh my god. Oh my god. I have seen the light. I have seen the light. I was lost, but now I'm found. No. I changed my life, Acrylia. I will no longer. Hold on. I will no longer use vanilla CSS. Somebody link me to Tailwind immediately. Post haste. Writing out flexbox stuff, we got a class for that. Centering a div, we got a class for that. Making a nav bar, I'm from Texas. You know, Texas. I'm from the United States of America. We kidnap presidents. Oh, what part of India are you from? Oh, I have a friend from South India. Well, he's in Canada now. Doing Canada stuff. Is Canada more fun than the how is Canada compared to the US? Whoa. Interesting. Yeah. And then if you're in the South, there's real big Southern hospitality culture. And a real big culture of minding your own business here. I'm telling y'all. Why are you procrastinating learning cybersecurity? I got my CompTIA A+. I was going to get my Security Plus last year. I was already studying for it. Alright, done with that. That was amazing. That was literally... Oh, nice. You know, I found it's the opposite. My neighbors love to bother me. I studied for the A+, took both exams in 1 month. That was a crazy month last year. I would come home from work, I would go exercise, take a shower, sit in front of the computer from the time I got home to the time it was time to go to sleep. And I did that every day. And I got my A+ certification in 1 month. All right, let's get to coding. Our mukbang is finished. All right. Okay, so. All right. The light. So we have text preset 3. All right, text preset 3, which is bold. So we have a font size of 32 pixels, a line height of 130%. That's 1. And then we're doing bold. Come on, IntelliSense or whatever. All right. And we have text preset 4. And 4 has man, I bet the food is so much better in South Korea than here. It's 24, 130, 1 pixel, bold. All right. 3, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. Okay. 5 is 20. 5 is 140. I didn't know you could have a negative. Well, I didn't know you could have half. That's bold. Then we have 6. 6 is 20 pixels. 150. 4. And medium. That text preset. Seven. How do you know about IIT? I thought you were from India. What? 7 is semi-bold. We got 9. What is a many of them were in master's and doctorate program. What is a Bollywood party? What is a Bollywood party? Grace us with that knowledge. All right. So now I'm gonna do my CSS reset. The CSS reset that I use, I use this one. Does he still post? This dude. Hopefully soon. My plan is to buy this course. It's 95 bucks. But your boy broke. So I can start adding 3D. Oh my God, Taylor, where have you been? Oh my God, Taylor, where have you been, Taylor? Well, I know you've been doing your new job. I miss you, Taylor. I miss you, Taylor. But yeah, like I was saying, y'all, I'm gonna save up because I'm broke right now. But I want to get this course so bad because I want to learn 3JS and I want to have an awesome 3D portfolio. This is actually one of the only things I'm hyped to learn right now. Like, I'm actually excited. So hopefully I can, eventually I'll get this course. I've been busy, kept forgetting to check the alt. No, you're good. Nah, not all of us are broke. But I think it'll be really impressive to have my first portfolio kind of have some 3D elements in it. And, you know, if y'all look at if y'all look at my Blender stuff, you know, I've done 3D already, so I just think it would be cool if my first portfolio has 3D stuff in it. So, and I hear this is the best course for 3JS, so I'm excited, and when I get it, I will be streaming my learning. Ooh, I'm actually really excited. All right. How's the new job, Taylor? How is the new job? Where are we? Oh yeah, we're gonna start actually coding this thing. How close am I to getting on partner program? I'm sorry. Let me check. let's see. If we go to YouTube Studio and we go to earn, yeah. So I need about 1,400 more watch hours, and then I'll be good. All right. Let's see. I mentioned that a lot of my friends in the U.S. were in master's and doctorate CS programs and were Indian, so I got to hear a lot about those things from them. Same. I had a lot of friends who were from India, and they were like, my college was really big on engineering, so they were like chemical engineers, and then a lot of them were in masters in computer science. Taylor said we've mostly been doing regression testing so far since I joined at the end of a sprint. I'll be starting new projects here soon. Okay, cool. That must be interesting, I think. I'm asking your Twitter or Insta. It says public short views. Hold on, let me see. So you need, hold on, I'll show you. If I can go back to the thing. Yeah. You need, so you can either have 3,000 valid public watch hours in the last year, right? Or, oh my back. Or you need 3 million shorts views. Yeah. So it's like both of these are fine, but then you need these. So I don't know when this will happen, but I'm pretty sure it'll probably happen in the next 2 or 3 months. Content detection. Y'all want to know this is what it looks like behind the scenes. I be getting copyrighted, man. That's why I gotta, man, it's crazy out here. All right. Oh. Okay, so now what we're going to do is actually start coding this thing. I'm actually excited to start this particular project. And I'm actually excited that Taylor joined the stream. I was wondering where you were. No, I'm a front-end developer. We're just going to all the critical points of the application to make sure they're still functioning as expected. They don't have much in ways of testing. All right. I'm glad you're doing good at your new job, though. All right, so what I like to do first, who needs testing anyway? So the first thing I like to do when I get these front-end mentor projects is I like to think about how I'm going to lay all this out. So we got our header. Let me write this down. I'm glad y'all having fun in the chat. It really makes me happy that y'all are having a good conversation, having a good time. All right. So let's see. So it looks like multi-million-dollar companies with hundreds of mission-critical systems. It's been so repetitive testing all the systems that could be down automatically with Playwright and invite testing / just. He's a professional. So what I'm thinking is that we have our nav. We have our nav bar. We have our nav bar. And then, should this all be one thing? Our nav bar is full width. Is it full width? Seems like there's 2 widths on this page. has a different fuller width. I just hopped on my laptop, cleared my emails. I have the stream open on my external display. How does it feel being a front-end developer at a a big company like that? Like, what is your experience? Let's see. So we have our header, and in the header, we're going to have the logo. We're gonna have the logo. We're gonna have links, and we're gonna have browse recipes. And I think I might have. Do I need 2 project containers or just 1? I think that nav bar is not going to be. Okay, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, because this is a completely different width. And I think the width of the hero is, what's the width of this? Okay, whatever. So then we have our, let's see, we're gonna have a project container, and in that project container, it's cool, quite a bit stressful, because you almost always are joining in on a large pre-existing project that has tons of old and poorly maintained code. It's happened at every job I've had, my god. And so do you feel like you have to spend a lot of time like going incredibly refactor this function with 10,000 lines, incredibly math heavy? As a front-end dev, how do you feel like, do you have to spend a lot of time looking at the code? Like, well, of course you have to spend a lot of time looking at the code, but like, how long do you give yourself, like, since you just started, are you in that stage where you're getting familiar with the code base every day? Like, are you going home and looking over it, or is it, I'm just curious. So this project container is going to be 1192 pixels width, and then everything is going to be under that. And so we have our hero. We have our hero image, and the hero image is going to have an H1. So we got healthy meals. Y'all wondering what I'm doing? I'm like literally writing things down. All right. I was fortunate that my first job was with a company that was rebuilding their entire app from square zero. So while their code base was large, it was a lot simpler since we just had to make it act the same. Fair. To be honest, I was debating switching from cyber to CS, but I'm not sure since I haven't done any math heavy classes since high school. You might be more interested in software engineering than CS. The beautiful thing is that there's a distinction now, and that there are degrees catered to software engineering that aren't like as math heavy. Computer science really focuses on the science aspect of it. I was fortunate that my first job was with a company. Okay, that's cool, Taylor. So we got healthy meals, zero fuss, and we got somebody Taylor, somebody told me I should start applying for like junior web developer front end positions or something like that. What do you think? I'm curious about your perspective because I respect your perspective. Discover 8. This is a P tag. Hold on, let me cross that out. This is a P, and we have some text. Actually, let me get in the habit of writing that out. Discover 8 quick. It was a hiring manager who told me that she was. Yeah, it's almost impossible to learn the entire code bases in a few days. I always tackle it by familiarizing myself with the app itself, and then learn the code as I do projects. That's cool. Information. Technology seems to be good coding. Okay. Yeah, it's almost impossible to learn the entire code base in a few days. I always tackle it by familiarizing myself with the app itself, and then learn the code as I do projects. Okay, fair. I always tackle it by familiarizing yourself with the app itself, the actual application, and then as they give you projects, you learn the code. Okay, that's fair. Discover 8. Discover 8 quick whole food recipes. And then we have a button that says start exploring, which I have no idea what that button leads to. And after we have our hero section, we have this little, I think you can definitely apply to junior or entry level positions. I just wouldn't expect to hear back. The market is oversaturated at the moment. Okay, that's fair. Okay. What you'll get. Okay, so I don't know what I would call this section right here. What you'll get. What you'll get. So we have these 3 info sections. We have 1 info section, 2 info section. And would I even consider this a footer? I don't even know. I'm gonna just call this. I'm gonna just call this info section 1, 2, and 3. But if you do get a callback, sell yourself and how dedicated you are to learning. If you get the position, it's an amazing learning experience, especially if you get a company willing to teach. Man, that is because you know what? I think I'm gonna start applying. I'm gonna clean up my GitHub. I'm going to talk to Angela and ask her specifically what I need to do. And then I'll probably shoot you some messages. You don't have to, I know you're busy and I don't want to bother you, but I'll shoot you some questions. And in your free time, hopefully you can answer them. I don't know. I'll try to self-study math for the next year, and if I find the math to be manageable, then I'll probably switch. I'm lucky that cyber and comp sci have the same classes for a bit. You could always talk to, are you doing online classes or in person? Because if I were you, I would I strongly believe in building a firm relationship with my professors. That will get you, people love a person that tries, okay? And if you are actually trying and showing the effort, I'm telling you, that shit goes a long way. So we got our info 1. No, no, that's wrong. We got our, I'm drawing like a little sitemap thing. Math is important, but depending which subfield you're trying to enter, you really only need basic algebra. Listen to the Taylor. The Taylor is wise. So that's going to be a H2. And it'll say what you'll get. And then we'll have a flex container. H1 P button, H2 flex container, and in that flex container we're gonna have an image, a H3, and a P tag. And the image, and then we have whole food recipes. You know, if I was teaching people web development, I would want them to actually make one of these and draw it out. I would want them to do that, because I think this is actually helping me think about Is that like a blueprint? Yeah, it is a blueprint and a plan, because I want to get into the habit of planning my projects instead of just jumping right into them. I don't like that. I don't like that. I like to have a certain type of structure. So I take a lot of the guesswork out of it. Like how I'm naming things, how I'm connecting it with JavaScript, the CSS, all that stuff that I might need. I want to think about that. I want to plan and prepare. Like game or simulation development is really the only fields I can think of where you need complex equations and things like matrix math, or maybe cybersecurity if you're trying to develop hash algorithm. Listen to the tailor. The tailor is wise. The tailor the tailor now has power. Let's see, flex container. We have another image. Oh, Taylor, you don't have to mod stuff if you don't want to. I just want to give you your name. If you want to mod, you can, but I just want to make sure I see your name when you type stuff. Minimum bus P all recipes are designed to make eating healthy and quick. Okay. I think my algebra skills are great, but I've always wanted to be able to make a neural network from scratch. Be honest, is it worth spending that time? What do y'all think? Let's see. Also, we have an advice section in the... Hold on. All right. Okay, so we do have a advice section, y'all. So if y'all want to ask questions here too in the chat, if y'all want to join the Discord, join the Discord. All right. Ah, I can't be showing that. I mean, neural networks use pretty simple algebra under the hood. For that, you'd probably want to look into data science courses. All right, so the next thing we have on our drawing, we have another flex container, flex child, and we're gonna have an image. We're gonna have a H3. We're gonna have a, it's gonna say search in seconds. We're gonna have, it's gonna have a P tag. It's gonna say filter by name, blah blah blah. Filter by name. All right, next we're gonna have, that's info section. Info, we're gonna call this, no. Yeah. But we're gonna call this info 1 hero. All right. You really just need to learn the algorithms. The math is for building personalized algos, but the book explained the math for the interested. All right, so we got our info section. We got our info section 2. And in the info section 2, we are going to have another flex container. My over-reliance on flex is worrying me, but flex just works. And so we're going to have a those are H3s. Let's make this a H2. That's going to be a H2 built for real life. And then we're going to have a P tag, cooking shouldn't, yada 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 yada. And then we have our image. I don't think some neural network designs are based on matrix math, so it might be useful into looking at it. I'll try to get some data science courses in my course plan. Sounds fun. And then we're probably going to have 2 separate divs. So here's a div, and there's a div, and then this is going to be an image. All right, next we got our info section 3. Ready to cook smarter. So we have we can put a flex container, center this one child. We're gonna have a H2, a P, and then a button. And ready to cook. Yeah, data science is basically just about derive specific metrics from a set of data, which is essentially what neural networks are designed to do via training. Acryli agrees at its core, yes. Matthew says yes, but the math is abstracted away with function calls. NumPy or PyTorch do a great job, but understanding what's going on under the hood is always a good thing. Then we have a button, browse. recipes. And then we have our, hit that button, hit the button. Then we have a footer. All right, let's get this started. Let's get this started. Currently, I'll end up working 8 hours, doing schoolwork for 4 hours, and at least 2 hours plus coding daily. Ooh, I assume you're talking about uni. Okay, let's see. So we got our body, and then why don't I just, instead of, I can have a main project container, but then I can also have miniature containers. Miniature. They just have the width. So why don't I just create that now? Is there anything that has this? Why isn't this all in a container though, man? All right, we're just gonna say there's a container that's, we have a container that's 1440 pixels, and then we have a container that's 1192. And we're gonna have our main project container that's gonna wrap around everything. All right, I think they're just showing you the viewport, what the user would see without scrolling. All right, so now what I want to do is, I think they're just showing you the viewport, what the user would see without scrolling. Okay. Have a good stream, Daniel. See you later. So usually all the front-end mentor projects are like a total width of 1440. And then, you know, we have these smaller elements. So let's just start it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say, I'm gonna wrap it in a project container. Then I'm gonna have, I never used the nav class. I don't know why. And then inside there, oh, I didn't know that. I had no idea. Yeah, I didn't know that. Oh, now we know. Now I know. So I want to have an image. Use the header element first for screen readers, and then put your nav in that. Okay, let's see, header. All right. we have, and that is a unordered list with 3 LIs. And we're gonna say home, about, recipes, and then we have our button, which says browse recipes. All right, so we got our nav. Then I wonder what's semantic for, like, well, I mean, we could call this a section. Why don't we just focus on the nav first? Let's just focus on the nav. Use the header element. Screen readers typically have a bind to allow the user to jump around between the header tag, main tag. Oh, yeah. So there is a header. See, I'm forgetting all this stuff. I need to remember. See, that's why I should have never skipped that accessibility part of the course. I need to go back to that. I know that sounds really bad when I say it out loud. Header, main, and footer. So I'll create a main div nav header. So I'll create a main, and in that main we'll have, let's see, how many sections do we have? I'll just say we have 3 sections. So section, and then I don't think you put footer in main. You put footer separate. Yeah. And so in these sections, I'll say class info 1, 2, and 3. All right. And then in the main, in this info 1 section, we'll have yeah. So let's put this H1. No, it's a H2. Hold on, did we do this part? I didn't even do, hold on. Am I skipping things? I am skipping things. Yeah, let's start over. We'll get back to that. So I want this to be, I really don't like calling it, hold on, no. I need to call it something else. I'm gonna call it hero. And we're going to have div dot hero info, div dot hero image. And then we'll put a H1 and we'll say healthy meals, 0 fuss. We'll have a P tag under that that'll say discover 8 quick whole food recipes that you can cook tonight. No processed junk, no guesswork. And then we'll have a button. That seems to be a different, I can use margin top. Realized I was writing things and forgot to start my Pomodoro counter. It is now started. It is now started. Yeah. What time do you gotta go to work? Hold on, is your schedule weird? Do you have to work tomorrow? Are you hybrid? Are you remote? Do you go in the office? I'm asking you your whole life story. So we got that section, and we got our hero image. So we got hero info. Hold on, what? Oh yeah, we got hero. I wonder, does it work? Oh, it does. Oh. No, not you. I said that so mean. I'm sorry. Tell me. No, I meant Taylor. I said it so mean, like, not you. How dare you? How dare you? Alright. That salad was salading, man. Alright. So we got a hero. No. My hair is growing back. You saw what I looked like when I had dreads, right? Like, I had dreads literally 2.5 months ago. Literally down to here. And now you see it. You got the images? So if anybody wants to know what I look like when I had dreads, bam. This was like a couple of months ago. I just cut my hair. Bam. Think I might end the stream here. Think it might be time, man. Think I might end the stream right here. Might be that time. First, I want to say thank all of y'all for watching the stream. Thank you for watching it. It's been fun. It's been so great. I will be probably getting up, going to chill. I'm probably just gonna chill and then go to sleep and then wake up and stream again. Do some chores, work out, stream again. I'll be streaming a lot more. So I will see y'all later. I'll see you later, Aquilia. See you later, Taylor. See you later, everybody. I hope y'all have a wonderful evening. And I will talk to y'all later today. I feel like I got a lot done. Actually, hold on. Did I push anything today? Because I'm going to go crazy if I don't get my green square. Hold on. Okay, yeah, I did push yesterday. 6 contributions? I don't remember making 6. I made 6 contributions yesterday? That's crazy. Anyway. Alright, I'll see y'all later. Have a good one.